You are riding down a smooth, open bike lane. The road ahead is clear, and you push the throttle all the way down. You feel that immediate, silent surge of electric torque. The speedometer climbs, 10 miles per hour, 13, 15. And then you hit it, the invisible wall. A phantom force pulls you back, locking you at exactly 15.5 miles per hour. You can actually feel the motor underneath your feet trying to give you more power. The motor is physically capable of pushing further, but the electronic speed controller, the brain of the vehicle, monitors the speed every millisecond. The moment you hit the legal limit, the code cuts the power. These restrictions are the result of the initial rollout of scooters in Los Angeles, Paris, and London. When these devices first flooded city streets, emergency rooms saw an immediate spike in injuries from riders who underestimated the torque of an electric motor. City councils threatened to ban the devices entirely. To keep their fleets on the street, manufacturers complied by programming a digital leash into every scooter. But the hardware itself is surprisingly robust. Underneath the deck, mid-range scooters are built around high-density lithium-ion cells and brushless motors that can hit 25 or 30 miles per hour straight out of the box. For millions of daily commuters, the physical potential of the machine is present, but the software is holding that performance hostage. In the digital age, picking a lock doesn't require a wrench or a blowtorch. It just requires a smartphone and a Bluetooth connection. The process involves connecting a third-party app to the scooter's dashboard and flashing a custom firmware file, essentially a rogue piece of code written by enthusiasts and shared on internet forums. The flashing process takes 3 minutes, and the stakes are binary. If the Bluetooth connection drops before the transfer is finished, the scooter's brain is corrupted, turning the entire machine into a useless metal brick. If it finishes, the dashboard lights up. The invisible wall is gone. The acceleration is now twice as strong, pushing the rider to speeds they didn't have access to when they left the store. This hack has become a global phenomenon because it offers a rare opportunity to bypass corporate restrictions and get double the performance for $0. While software is flexible, the hardware is bound by the specific thermal and mechanical limits set by the original engineers. Overwriting the code does nothing to change the physical tolerances of the components. The motor can spin twice as fast, but the wiring was never designed for the heat generated by that speed. Wires rated for 15 amps of current are suddenly forced to handle 30. Inside the deck, the lithium-ion cells begin to cook under the energy draw. As temperatures rise, the internal plastic connectors can begin to melt together. The most significant physical limit is the braking system. A standard mechanical disc brake on these scooters is designed to stop a 150-pound rider moving at 15 miles per hour. This is where the math becomes dangerous. Kinetic energy does not scale in a straight line, it squares with speed. This means at double the speed, 30 miles per hour instead of 15, the scooter requires exactly 4 times the stopping power to reach a halt. Riders often only realize the machine is physically incapable of stopping when they pull the brake lever and glide forward toward an obstacle. Because of these risks, manufacturers have started a secret war to reclaim control of the machines. They are using firmware updates to hunt down and disable modified scooters. If a user connects to the official app just to check their battery, the company can secretly push an update that overwrites the rogue code, locking the scooter back to its legal speed. Some manufacturers have gone further, designing circuit boards that permanently fry themselves if the system detects unauthorized software attempts. This has created a constant loop of escalation. Manufacturers build a taller digital wall, and hackers write code for a taller digital ladder. The e-scooter is no longer just a way to get to work. It is an active battleground for control over a piece of hardware. This conflict highlights a shift in what it means to actually possess a product. We are moving away from owning machines and toward a system of software authorization. Historically, if you bought a bicycle or a car, it was yours. You could swap the engine or modify the gears with your own hands. The machine was a physical object under your total control. Today, from the smartphone in your pocket to the vehicle in your driveway, we buy the hardware, but only rent the permission to use it. If the company decides a feature is off-limits, they can lock it behind a line of code. The 3-minute scooter hack is a way to reclaim that lost sense of ownership. It is an act of digital rebellion, where the user decides that they, not the manufacturer, have the right to determine the potential of the machine they paid for. When you see a scooter zipping past at an impossible speed, you're watching a live demonstration of human defiance. It's proof that no matter how many digital walls are built, someone will always write the code to tear them down.